You have one unheard message.
Hi, I was calling Current, the influencer marketing platform, but I think I just got redirected to a bunch of people listening to a podcast. Well, anyways, I was calling Current because I was told they could help get my brand set up on TikTok Shop, and even build out an affiliate program of content creators promoting my brand, and even have those content creators go on live streams and promote my product there. Wow, I could really use Current. I also heard that the brands they work with are making millions in sales. I guess I'll just go to their website at current.tech.
O'Reilly! Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Hashtag no music, no intro, no everything. No everything, nothing. The Saints fall to the Dolphins at home in the Superdome, losing 20-3 in the most hilarious, tough watches of games you will ever experience, as the Saints had 20 plus players on COVID. They tied an NFL record of having like the most like lineups. Was it like 57 different starting lineups?
Yeah. Like I didn't even know that was a stat. I was like, what? just Ian Book's first start. We'll talk about it. What can you really take away from it? I don't know, man. I just think it's just the game you just set on fire. And now the Saints are 7-8. They still have a chance to get into the playoffs, but like I don't want to see this team in the playoffs, bro. Like no one wants to see this team in the playoffs. It's kind of hard to where to start. I'll start here. I'll start here. Even before talking about the game. You know, we mentioned the 20 plus players on COVID. The news that came out that Jeff Duncan #blocked, #fuck Jeff Duncan, that prior to the game, the Saints reached out to both retired quarterbacks, Drew Brees and Philip Rivers, and asked them if they wanted to be backups for the like. It makes no sense. Ryan, I read that and I was like, what the fuck is even going on? Like, I didn't understand it. Like, it's bad enough to ask, like, it's desperate enough to ask Breeze and Rivers to come out of retirement and play, or not even play. But the fact that it wasn't even to play, it was just to hold the clipboard in case something happened to Ian Book. I don't know what's going on with this team, bro. Always something with the Saints. Always. There's gonna run Breeze out there like Deuce in the playoffs with 2009. oh man, that shit was hilarious. Breeze enjoyed his retirement, man.
Shit. Breeze, you looking good at football night in America? Breeze, he got the hair? Shit, Brad. Breeze is good. And
you trying to take snaps behind what was the right tackle name? Buttercock? I don't know. I was like, who is this right tackle? Who is this guy?
Not even him, bro. It was like you want me to come back and get behind center or behind Ruiz when he's the reason I got my ribs broken last year?
Hell no.
No. You know how things bad. Do you know how bad things got to be when Philip Rivers, who has like 10 plus kids, says, "You know what? I'd rather stay. with these rugrats."
Coach my little high school team in Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, it's
Oh, well, he's done with that. Like, that season's over, but he was just like...
Yeah, I know, but I mean, at least he's, I don't know, he's coaching gym or some shit.
I'd rather just be with these Rugrats at home. I ain't...
Right.
I'm good. So that was prior to the game. And then the game happens, and we talked about on the preview show, man, of just, like, you would never... Like, any rookie starting against any defense is, you know, it's going to be ups and downs, but this was the absolute worst matchup for Ian Book to be starting his first game, man, against a Brian Flores defense with having backup offensive linemen across the board. It's just a recipe for disaster. When we saw it on the second pass of the game.
Oh yeah, you knew what to do. He comes from that Bill Belichick school. He's going to take away your number one weapon. He's going to take away AK, and he likes to blitz. So he's a pressure monster. So he's going to blitz, but selective blitzing, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be smart about it. He's going to show the rookie different looks and just confuse them. I mean, he eat that up for breakfast, man. It's the worst. Like, if Ian Book could start any game, the worst one was this one. Like, because Brian Flores is going to eat that up.
He was. So, and you said you take away the best weapon. That's kind of where there's two things in my craw about this game I left with watching it. One, Tua isn't good. That's not one of my things. Tua's not good. Like, I'm sorry, he's not. He is below average NFL quarterback. But what we did see from the Miami offense was that Jalen Waddle is undisputably their best player on offense. And they were creative in finding ways and finding how to get him the ball against a very good Saints defense, a Saints defense that only gave up 13 points to the Dolphins. And they were missing players across the board, but they found ways to get Jalen Waddle the ball. And I know there's injuries. I know there's the COVID list, but just like the lack of creativity from Sean Payton when it came to getting AK involved, getting Mark Ingram involved. Like, it just wasn't there. Now, maybe that was, the game plan. Ian Book maybe had only a certain amount of plays that he knew, but I don't know.
I wouldn't take much of it. I mean, one, Sean Payton got back Friday. I know he was there for like Zoom meetings and shit. Two, it's like what do you do? I mean, even if you want to use AK in the pass game, like, you still have to have like a rhythm on offense and a semblance of protection and understanding of routes. Ian Book just doesn't have none of that. Like, it was no different than like almost like the Denver game last year where they had that wide receiver starting that quarterback. Like, I'm just saying, like, I know he's a quarterback and he should know. Yeah, Hinton, my last name. Kendall. He should know more, but it's like the dude was just I don't know what you had. I just don't know what you could expect him to do. Like, he hadn't took any snaps this season. Not even with the ones, but just playing quarterback. Everything he took, everything he did was mental reps, which to me means nothing. Like, what the fuck is a mental rep? Like, you just watch him take some video, take a step and shit. Like, what the fuck is that? So it was just like, just get through the game. That's how I looked at it. Like, just find a way to get through this game. And then when he threw that pick six, it could be argued it wasn't on him. He got tipped. But I still feel like the defender was like in a good position.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was. If the ball wasn't even tipped, it was probably still a pick six, bro.
Right, yeah. For real.
Yeah.
So I just feel like once that happened, that was it for me, bro. I was like, well, there's just no way. There's just no way. And he showed some things. He made a couple throws. This was probably Callaway's best game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, he had a little connection there. Maybe they practiced together a lot or something like that. But it just wasn't enough, man. Like, they have no – like, I wish I could see the all 22 because I know – the Dolphins wasn't playing deep at all. I mean, it's like everything is condensed within 10 yards. It's worse than Drew Brees.
When Drew was
it's worse than last year. It's like it's just nothing, no semblance of any threat downfield, which impacts the running game because you have all your corners, all your secondary defenders up on the line, so you can't get anything done in the run game. It's just terrible, right? What made it worse is like not even the Dolphins was exciting to watch. You know what I'm saying on offense because it's just all off a 10,000 cuts offense. You know what I'm saying? Waddle was dope. That was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The defense. Now we'll say this: the Saints defense. They are a proud unit. You just gotta give love to the defense, bro.
Got to, man. 13 points.
13 points. They're missing Demario Davis. They're missing Quan Alexander. And they just, they play it as hard as they can. You know what I'm saying? They were still hitting, even in the fourth, literally, I was probably pissed because because the Saints had to get the ball to close out the game. I'm like, why y'all giving the offense back the ball? Shit. They still hitting, tackling, and all that. So they just a proud unit. They're gonna play hard and all that. Cam Jordan, I think he got like 102 sacks now, which ties him with J.J. Watt over career.
That's wild, man. That's a wild stat.
Crazy.
That's a wild stat.
Who would have thought that shit? You know what I'm saying? Davenport.
They drafted. Was that the same year? They drafted the same year, right?
Same
that's
year.
Crazy, bro.
J.J. Watt went 11.
Yeah, that's wild.
Davenport. I just like seeing him hit somebody like that.
Right. Okay, so that hit reminded me of the Alex Smith hit against the Washington Redskins against Monday Night Football. But one of the first, because there were a lot of hilarious moments tonight. But one of the first ones was,
I know where you're going.
I don't know who 52 was, bro.
I have no idea who that guy was, bro.
I gotta look up. I don't know. but this motherfucker, that ball.
Bro, he looked like me when I'm trying to catch the cat, like put it in the cage. Just what are you doing, bro? Just fall on it. What are you doing?
Bro, the way the timeline was when that happened, just
bro, I swear fat fuck was trending. I'm calling the fat fuck. You fat fuck. And nobody knew his name. It was all 52. 52, you fat fuck.
Oh, Ryan. It was just hilarious. Not that it would have potentially changed the outcome of the game, but that would have saved them. I mean, it would have been a 17-3 game until a 23 game. But can we talk about arguably the worst Sean Payton pick since Sean Payton's been head coach since 2006? We talk about Cesar Ruiz, bro. I'm putting it on record that Ruiz,
so he worse than Stanley Jean-Baptiste? Worse?
I think he is, bro. Because at least Stanley Jean-Baptiste was a second round pick.
Right. I'm trying to think of the first round picks. Okay, we had Reggie Bush, good.
Okay.
Said Ellis
was fine.
He had a fine year too.
Okay, so it was Reggie, Robert Meacham,
good
Seth
career.
Ellis,
fine.
2009 would have been P. Rob.
No, Malcolm Jenkins, then P. Rob.
Oh, that's right. Malcolm Jenkins, P. Rob. 11 was Mark Ingram, Cam Jordan. 12, they got whatever. 13, who was 13? Was that
Kenny Vaccaro?
Shit, was that 13? Fuck, that feels like that was Kenny Vaccaro.
Brandon Cooks.
Yes, Cooks. Then Sheldon Rankins.
No, Pete and Stephon.
Oh, Anthony. Pete, Stephon Anthony.
He compete with Stephon Anthony. I put him like that.
Nah, bro. No, you remember that? You remember that Panthers game where it was a Panthers game where somehow
he at least had that.
At least Stephon had that, bro.
Matter of fact, I think he was the first player to score 2 points when they changed the rule.
Yes. Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. Because it is maybe some of it's because I played offensive line,
But it is unreal. Like, the ball will be snapped, Ryan, and he is not out of his stance. It is. I'm laughing because it's so bad. It is so bad. And there was at least 3, maybe 3.5 whiffs that was just atrocious this game. And I get it. Miami has a good front, man. They do. They have some dogs in the front. They have a good front. But there was just some snaps where, like, Caesar would just escort them, bro. Like that, like.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, how many snaps did Ian Book take the snap and just have to run right?
It was bad.
It was just so bad, man. It was so bad. He got 8 sacks. He got sacked 8 times, bro. 8 times. 8 times, man.
So, and I think, and it goes back to this, right? I bring up the Reese thing, and I tweeted it after we did the preview show last week. Draft picks are so important, man. They're so important, and
especially knowing what we know, how that pick came about. I know we can't put that out there, but
yeah, but draft picks are so important. Oh, it was Braxton Hoyette, number 52.
Who?
He's one of their like emergency call-up dudes.
This is just man. This is just a whole dumpster fire, man. This whole COVID thing is just like
it's bad. I don't think the Saints are making the playoffs, but what's going to happen is that it's going to happen in the playoffs. It is 100% going to happen in the playoffs. It might happen in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine, like, if it was a Chiefs or Bills AFC Championship game, and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes can't play?
Oh, what a cluster!
A big cluster. But as of right now, the Saints are picking 13th in the draft. Kind of smack dab in the middle. You got some teams ahead of them that may be looking at quarterback. Ooh, here's my hesitancy with them picking if it gets higher or if it stays the same. My hesitancy is, man, I saw that Ruiz pick. Like I don't trust him. I tweeted it. This was a bad day for this was just the 2020 draft class. Zach Bond, he did good under pressure though. He did good under pressure. Maybe we could rush him more because he's good at it. But like he get run over. Like I'm just like, what this?
Oh man, that was embarrassing. That was very embarrassing. This nigga 6'3", he looked like Patrick Willis out there, and gets bodied by Duke Johnson, bro. Like what the? Oh my God! I know low man wins, but come on, bro. Come on, man. That's just.
I will say you brought up how the defense is a proud unit, and I tweeted it out before the game ended. Man, I don't know if Pete Warner listens to this podcast. He probably doesn't. But if someone in Pete Warner's family listens to this podcast, we apologize.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. He's a good player, bro.
He's a good football player. I was wrong. He's a good ass draft pick. I completely apologize for bad mouth. He was all over the place today, man, in the game.
All over the place, man. All over the place. Like the run defense didn't look bad at all with Demario Davis out, and that was largely because of him. He was solid in pass coverage. He was quote unquote where he had to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's solid, bro. Like that's a good pick. Like we're good with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, and he's gonna be, I don't know what the plan is with linebacker going forward. Obviously, DeMario isn't getting any younger. He's in his 30s. So if it's going to be Warner who's going to be groomed to take over the middle linebacker spot, it's interesting because they have a decision this offseason with Quan. Do they bring him back again on a 1-year deal, or do you just go with?
Yeah, bring him back. Ain't nobody about to pay him big money.
Yeah, I think if you can get, like, it sounds weird, but if you can bring Quan, you can bring PJ back, bring them back, man. PJ.
Have a particular set of skills, bro. Like every time, man.
PJ fucking Williams, man.
PJ had Tua with that grimace, like, ooh.
No, I know that Bucks fan that did like the whole breakdown was just seething watching that shit.
That DiCaprio point, boy. Like, see, I told y'all he dirty. That boy dirty, man.
So I'll ask you this, right? So the Saints are going to get ready to take on a Carolina team who's dealing with their own COVID outbreak. You know, already got Shaq Thompson, Brian Burns on the COVID list. I wouldn't be surprised at all now that the CDC didn't change their rule, bro.
NFLPA and NFL, like, look here.
They'll get all their players back before the game on Sunday, bro. All of them back.
That's crazy though, because like if the Saints don't get any new positives, man, there's a lot of players coming back. That could be coming back Sunday. Like,
it's a whole entire team, bro. It's half the team
with a 2 weeks rest.
Half the team. It's wild. So 2 things. I tweeted this before the game when the sole lonely Saints inactive was announced.
Oh my God. I laughed so hard when that little alert popped on my phone. I was sitting at the red light. Teron said the sole inactive. Like, of course, he's the sole inactive.
Not gonna be able to do it, boss.
They can't do it, boss. Not in today.
I tweeted it, bro. I said they Saints gotta let him walk, man. They gotta let him go.
Gotta let him walk, bro. Let him walk. He's gonna have an all-pro season after this. It is what it is.
I know. And everyone already connecting the dots. He's gonna go to Cincinnati. It's gonna be Trigger Trey, Teron. It's gonna be T. Higgins, who they should have drafted over. Can we just talk about that real quick, bro?
My God.
Do you know how seething I was watching the games yesterday, watching that Bengals game?
Bruh.
Just like what?
Just dogging, bro. Just a dog.
Some players are such easy evaluations, and I don't know what it is, but I'll say this, laughing, joking aside, man. The Saints, Sean Payton, the front office, they gotta fucking figure it out this offseason, because the proof is in the pudding. Like, this last draft class they had, you know, they got Pete Warner, they got Paulson Adebo, good players, cool. Peyton Turner, huge ass question mark. Last year's draft, easily the worst draft class since Peyton has become the head coach of the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
This upcoming offseason and draft class, whether it's self-scouting, college scouting, I don't know what needs to be reorganized or figured out, but shit got to be fixed, bro. Shit got to be fixed.
Got to be fixed, bro.
Because if not, this offseason is massive. Massive.
They need to really approach it seriously, man, and look at all those picks as, you know, valuable lotto tickets. And, you know, they gotta do their work, bro. They got to do the work. You know, none of this, maybe we could play him at this position or that position.
Ooh.
No.
It didn't work with Zach. It didn't work with Zach Bond. It didn't work with Cesar Ruiz.
I don't want to hear shit about we have a vision for
vision.
He had a vision for Ruiz as the future center, and he's a guard. And he ain't taking Eric McCoy's job. Ain't happening.
Bro, I remember when we were recording. We were record pod episodes last season. Everyone would get in our mentions, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't have an off season. He didn't have blah blah. Like you can watch football and just tell.
Yeah.
And he was bullied, and he didn't play well last season. Nothing's changed. Like, if anything, it seems like he's gotten worse.
Players show you who they are, man. It's like,
Thank you.
like look at Paulson and Debo, for example. You know, he hadn't had a perfect season. He's had some up and down plays here and there, but you see it. You know what I'm saying? Every week you see it, like, okay, I see what he could be potentially with experience, you know, time on task and all that shit. So, Ruiz not showing that. Like, he just hadn't showed it. He hadn't showed it his rookie year. He ain't showing it now. It's just like, okay, this is who he is, man. Maybe he improved somewhat, but he's not worth what we spent on him.
And I guess my question is, because State's Twitter's fed up, bro. My question is, it's early for it now, right? But at what point is his play just so bad that you just cut your losses and say, like, he can't start for us?
Oh, I think you have to go in this offseason. Look, I mean, the roster's too decimated this season to do anything, but
yeah, for sure.
You have to go into this offseason saying that guard spot is open. Like, he's on the roster, you don't cut him or nothing like that, but you got to bring competition, whether that's free agency, a draft pick, whatever. You know, you don't have to get a guard in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
no,
get a guard,
I mean, you could have it open.
Whatever.
I know he didn't have a great game, but like, is Throckmorton like a huge
that much worse? Yeah, like I'm saying, like, is he a huge drop off? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just got to bring it out and bring in 3 guards to battle that spot. Like, I would not pencil in Ruiz at all. Like, you got to compete for it, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And whoever wins, wins.
Do you know how bad of an offensive lineman you got to be to make us like you when you're a worse draft pick than Andres Pete, bro?
Andres Pete, I ain't worried about Pete. Come on back, Pete. I miss Pete.
Right.
Come on back, Pete. Shit. Hey.
That fourth down call.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
What
was that?
What?
So you get Louis Riddick criticizing Sean Payton. This never happens. Like,
it was just terrible. It was.
I don't know what was. I don't know. I wonder what Sean Payton thinks of time. Like, wait, a 2-man route out of empty.
And it was like a yard.
Defense. And it was a yard. It's like, all I could think is he was not trying to win the game at that point. He was. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Like, let's just get this over with. But then again, like, why go for it? It's like,
just punt.
Just punt it, man. Like, shit.
We could take nothing from this game. I mean, and then, man, so I'm not gonna lie, bro. A couple points I want to see the boat get in there, bro. I wanted to see him get in there a little bit. I see Bortles looking nice with the beard.
Right? I was like, man, let's stick Bortles in there, man. I bet he would have figured out that high low route. You know what I'm saying? Like
something.
Man, like,
so I guess my question is this for you. They right now they're picking 13. How do you view this team? Because I think yesterday, man, I don't know if you caught all of it, but that Seahawks loss was bad, bro.
Woo. I didn't catch all of it, but I saw enough of it. I was like, Jesus.
Although Jimmy Graham making plays in it, don't still make me a little misty, bro.
Jimmy Graham was making plays, bro.
A little misty, bro. I think he's a free agent this offseason, bro. Let's just bring Jimmy home, man.
Go back, man.
I need the nostalgia. I need the nostalgia. That Seahawks loss was really bad. You know, Pete Carroll kind of throwing some shade at Russ, bro.
Word?
Yeah, bro, throwing some shade at him. He has been harder and has been more critical of Russell Wilson than his entire career there in Seattle.
The shit getting bad up there, bro. But it's like we really don't know what's going on. They really, I know Ray Rosenthal always talks about how they really don't have an owner right now. Like they have an owner, but it's not really involved. It's like I don't know. So really, pretty much Pete Carroll is running things, but that could change. Like they can get rid of him. And once that happens, who knows? Like we really don't know what could happen after that. I'm sure they're tweaking for a first round pick, but Seattle first round picks been garbage forever.
Yeah, If I'm Seattle, I would want players over picks because just because of their draft history. Like, let's say we give them 13 overall, and let's say it's 2. Because I think Russ's trade value has diminished with his play, right? Yeah. So let's say instead of it being 3 first round picks, let's say it's 2 first round picks and maybe a second thrown in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're the Seahawks, can you, as an organization, comfortably say that you're going to hit on those 3 picks? I don't know, man. I would ask for a player or players, and that gets tricky because you don't know what they may want, blah blah blah. But I would say this: if the Seahawks say they want players instead of picks, should anyone? This is more of an offseason question. We don't have to answer it, but should anyone on the Saints be safe?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
I know Saints fans will say Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I know they would too. I know they would.
But I know, and I think you have to be willing to trade him. If you're willing to do that, you have to be willing to trade Alvin Kamara.
Have to
Best player on the team.
Have to be. And
so if I'm the Seahawks, that's the first player I'm mentioning. I'm like, can I get Alvin Kamara?
He has somersaulted in one of my favorite Saints of all times.
Yeah,
like it's not close, but like if we're having real football conversations, he has he has to be on the table. Now maybe the Saints can say we don't give you AK, we might give you another second round pick or whatever. They can maybe try to finesse it that way. But I think if you're a Saints fan and you're listening to this, and if you want to be in the Russ sweepstakes, it's going to take something like that.
Yeah.
It's going to take something like that.
I'm so thirsty, bro. I'm looking at Davis Mills like, Davis Mills.
Man, I watched him when he came out. His tape at Stanford was good, bro. It was good.
Damn. Wasn't Sean Payton connected to him in some kind of way? I can't remember.
No, it was a dude at the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Draft.
Yeah.
Florida guy. I can't even think of his name.
Florida guy.
Just we're tweaking, or we're tweaking for receivers. We're tweaking for quarterbacks. We're just tweaking for offense, bro. Just can we get some offense? Period.
I want to know, can my dude Marcus Davenport get that green, bro? I mean, my man out here, he about to hit double-digit sacks this season, bro. You go ahead, this man yellow, bro. Come on now. I know he gonna miss some games. He gonna miss some games. It is what it is. I'm just like, come on, let that man get some green, bro. Green on the Excel spreadsheet, bro.
Bro, you've been pushing that one, and then bro, as soon as you pushed it, he was like LP. As soon as you tweeted it, bro.
Hey, game. Hey.
You know what? That might soon be changing. People. I really maybe started reevaluating my Traquan as a green, bro.
I know, right? I was like, ew.
Like, Mike gotta listen to Max. Mike gotta be a yellow. Like this man got hurt during the game blocking. I was like, what?
John Hill looked like Traquan is hurt. Like, damn, he was playing. I thought he was on the COVID list. I didn't even know.
Oh, this game was hilarious, man. This game absolutely
very forgettable, man. This game, oh my god, a very tough game to watch.
It was. And now they got to get ready and take on the Panthers in an important divisional game.
And it sounds like they about to get hit with that COVID onslaught.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, but man.
I will. You know, I do appreciate people tweeting us, because man, the year is almost over, which is crazy. But people just tweeting us saying that just by listening to us, that they've let a lot of it go.
Good.
And that brings a smile. That, to quote Thanos, that does bring a smile to my face.
Oh man, life, too much going on in this world to be sitting here. Like, can you imagine watching this season in your, I don't know, 2013 mind state?
Oof.
Bruh. Like, I would be destroyed right now, bro. Like, I wouldn't even be on this podcast right now, bro. I'd be sitting in my bed or some shit, just fucking pissed, tweeting. You know what I'm saying? Tweeting through it. Talking about Ruiz or some shit.
Yeah, if Ruiz thinks he getting it bad now, like he glad we didn't have a podcast when we were still connected, bro. Because
right.
Gonna be on a hit list. Bro, why? Oh, I just put up Twitter, like a website, the webpage on my computer, and Ruiz is trending, bro.
He fully deserves it. I ain't got no sympathy, man.
None, man.
And then he just like the healthiest motherfucker too. He don't miss a snap, bro. He's just so healthy.
Can't you go down?
Damn.
Can't you catch the sniffles?
You stay healthy, bro. Like, that's just not fair. Like, why Davenport stay hurt? But Reeves, just every snap, he's good to go.
The football gods, bro. The football gods. Quick thing before we get out of here. I'm glad that he changed the game plan, but man, when I tell you, I was just annoyed at Dennis Allen early because like, why is Marshawn not on Jalen Waddle? Like,
oh my god! Like, what are we doing here?
Like, what? It made no sense. Like every time that Jalen Waddle lined up in the backfield next to Tua, I was screaming at the TV because I was like, I know it's coming. Like, I don't know why Marshawn is not. He fixed it like in the second half, but I'm like, they going to the same player. Like that's literally the only player they're throwing at. And yet he was trying with Roby. CD did a good job initially, but then Jalen Waddle ain't the type. So I'm glad DA changed the scheme. He changed it up later, but I don't know. Going into the game as a defensive coordinator, you say, all right, I know Tua is pretty much only going to throw to Jalen Waddle. So you're just going to shadow him like you would shadow Mike Evans. Easy. But anyway, that aside,
man, like some of the routes Waddle was running, I was like, that's a rookie?
Yeah, man.
Like, wow, like just the understanding of the leverages and stuff, I was like, this is a rookie?
He's special, man.
Like, that's special. That's special.
He was like my 1B in receivers this past year, right after Chase. But he's
right up there with him. He's right up there with him easily. That's for sure.
Yeah, they play the game two completely different types of ways, but they're both dogs in their own way. And shout out to Evan who made this point. He was like, imagine if Jalen Waddle actually had a quarterback.
I know, right?
This man just getting like 20 plus catches with fucking Tua, like, and he can't even utilize his best skills.
I still think there's something there for Tua, man. I think there's something there, bro. But he just had everything is 15 yards or less, though. Everything's 15. He's like,
you can't play quarterback like that.
You can't, man. He has to figure something out. He has to get stronger. He has to get smarter. But I just, some of the balls he throws, I just like. Maybe that's what captures some people. But
I mean, the decision
he's limited, bro.
The decision may be very quickly taken out of his hands.
Yeah.
in terms of Miami might say, oh no, we got this really good defense. It's kind of like the same situation, right? We got this good defense. Absolutely. We don't want to waste now. I'm not advocating going out and getting like the biggest of the creeps, but Miami seems to be okay with it. So their mindset. The owner spoke to Deshaun Watson the day before the trade deadline. And
then you got Davis Mills looking okay, so it might finally be enough to let the trade happen, you know. So
that's a good point, bro. This March can't come quick enough, bro.
There's gonna be a lot of weird stuff that I think gonna happen this offseason, bro. As far as like who's available and shit like that, it's just like I just hope the Saints like get their little salary cap ducats in a row, because there might be a time where they gotta make a decision like bam. Like you got to go out, send a private jet out, and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
You know who's going? You know one of the players it needs to be. We saw him tonight, bro. Like Mike Gesicki. Like in that offense with Tua, he's not a factor, bro. He's not a factor.
Like you get him in. Like if they could find a salary cap to get him in, I love that, bro.
Like if that's their one.
That's it. I don't need no money.
Yeah, their one Nordstrom pick, bro. That's it.
That's it. Other than that, re-sign, Marcus Williams and shit like that. And that's it, man. Like I'd be good with that. Then go out, you draft 2 wide receivers, you pray MT come back with his head on straight and healthy. Maybe draft a running back to replace Mark Ingram. And you cooking now, baby. I mean, then you got to figure out the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be the question. Whatever that is, that's always gonna be a hovering question over the franchise until we solve it.
It is. But I'm all in for Mike Gesicki being the prize jewel. He's an unrestricted free agent. Miami is not going to franchise tag him because he would be getting top 5, salary or tight end money. They're not. I don't see them doing that. So I think they got to whatever it takes to go all in to get Mike Gesicki. You can dust off the old Jimmy Graham playbook, some out and ups from the seam, and just I need it, bro. I need it. Anyway. Here's a better question, just for shits and giggles. I know he would be more expensive. Would you rather have Mike Gesicki or Mike Williams in this offense? You don't know who the quarterback is. All you know is you got Sean Payton as the play caller and the play in like the offense. Who would you want?
I think I go Gesicki. I just like the way he his body is held up over time. Mike Williams still scared me on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I still love Mike Williams in his offense, but I think I go Gesicki. And I think Gesicki would produce regardless of the quarterback. I'm not going to say regardless, but, I think he's a little bit more quarterback proof than Mike Williams.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that 100%. 100%.
But shit, I'd take a stab at Mike Williams now. I took a stab, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't out the war chest for him. You know what I'm saying?
I also think Mike Gesicki, just because of the nature of his position, is going to be cheaper.
Right, cheaper is just hard to find, bro. Like I mean, these tight ends are not coming out of college like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They are pretty hard to find, bro. Like you might get 2 per draft, maybe if you're lucky. That really would give you what you really want. But wide receivers, they coming out the draft like crazy, and we have picked none.
The old Steve Rogers, no.
Just none, bro. Like nothing.
Oh, well, we saw a little Kawan Baker. Good gunner.
Special team, dude.
Anyway, this just put this game.
Are they gonna make the playoffs, bro? Because they just gotta win these last 2 games. I don't think they're automatically in, but there's a high likelihood they'll be in if they win these last 2 games.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, no, man. I don't see it. Well, knowing the Saints, right, in the most Saints fashion, they'll probably beat Carolina next season, who's also a fucking mess. Like, I don't even know what Matt Rule is fucking doing. But we'll talk about that on the Panthers preview show. But like, Matt Rule needs to be fired, bro. Like,
Matt Rule better be out of there, bro.
I have no idea what he's doing, and he has no idea what he's doing. So it'll probably be a Panthers team that's going to have a lot of important players on COVID. They'll take advantage of that. You know, they'll get the win, and then knowing the Saints, man, they'll probably get obliterated by the Falcons to close the season. And Kyle Pitts has
man, that'll be that would put me in such a weird position.
I know.
I don't want the Saints to go to the playoffs, but man, just getting
swept by the Falcons. I know.
Stumped on the last game of the season.
But you know that's their DNA. That's just who they are, man. We've been through this. We know this team. Man. But I think that's how it will end, and then that'll probably get them to what, maybe 10th in the draft, 11th, something like that.
Sounds about right.
And then you're in the same position where you were for the Marshawn Mahomes stuff. But we shall see. That said, fans who listen to this podcast, just throw this game in the trash. We got you covered. Just throw it in the trash. We got you covered with some good content, some good laughs. Hopefully you laugh through it with us, because it was plenty to laugh about. I'm a little disappointed we didn't do the live stream, bro, because we would have been howling on that motherfucker.
Oh man.
But it is what it is. So it's all jokes. None of it's serious. Hopefully Saints can get healthy players back. Everything we said on this podcast is in jest. We don't wish harm or anything on any player except for Ryan Jensen. Fuck him. But that said, relax. We'll be back to preview the Panthers game later this week. Thank everyone for all their support. Ryan, had a quote tweet, about one of the most things, he was, thankful for, excited about this year, and the fact that we are partnered with FanSided in terms of our advertising deal, and that we just didn't see coming, just completely blindsided us has been such a blessing. And so when things like that happen, just because of our listeners, if we didn't have our listeners, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you for continuing to support us. We really appreciate it. If you're not a Patreon member, become a Patreon. Leave 5-star reviews on iTunes. That helps us out. And I think that's it. We covered it all. With that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today. O'Reilly Auto Parts.